The following Dungeons & Dragons Actual Play podcast is based on real events from the history of American crime. Some of this imagery might be upsetting. Listener discretion is advised.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power.
21.
Yeah, so you find a small coin purse. They have paper money here too, so he would have a couple of dollars with him. He's got a charm bracelet on his left wrist. All of the charms around it though are the same symbol, and I'm trying to find what that symbol looks like here. It is like a mace. Yeah. And so
does it seem religious?
Yeah, so if our monk can make a whatever check I think you would think is whatever check would be appropriate here. I think there are a few things that could work. History or perception, or I don't think 5th has religion anymore.
No, it does. It's an intellect base.
Oh, okay.
Skill. I got a 14 for what it's worth.
Okay.
Alright, that's
Casual.
No, let's see. Here we go. Here.
Oh yeah, there is religion.
15.
We're starting out as level 1. Correct?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, level 1. Part of that journey.
Right.
So a 14 and a 15.
Yep.
So the mace is the symbol of Saint Cuthbert. Saint Cuthbert, also called Saint Cuthbert of the Cudgel, is a very argumentative and combative deity who represents like dedication and honesty and zeal and wisdom and the law, truth, things like that.
Not fitness.
Not fitness. No. So between the fact that he has this artifact on him and the fact that you saw him glowing, I think both of your characters would, if nothing else, see this as an opportunity.
Behold! The wondrous glowing man! Turn it into a carnival trick.
So Aelos says that, and like people just kind of look over at this old man who's passed out at the bar, and then they look away.
Oh, damn it!
Like, Nim's just sitting there trying to think, like, I think I know this god, but there's so many that I've gone through the last couple years. Like, does it... I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been drinking all day. I can't remember. But there's a reason why he's glowing.
Yeah, so Nim would know that, or he would have at least heard rumors that the gods are here, like that the gods, for whatever reason, and we can, like, one of the things we're gonna have to figure out as we go through is how they ended up in the city, because I don't think this is a place that anybody is like from originally. They people find their way there somehow. So if Nim has traveled at all, and ended up in Backfire by accident or somehow, he would know that in other parts of the universe that the gods don't walk among people, but for whatever reason in the city they do, and that he would have heard rumors of some gods having or making special appearances at their churches and temples, and others who have kind of had a falling out with their worshippers and been changed in some way. So it's entirely possible that this person, if he's not a god, is somebody who has maybe an aspect of a god about them.
So it's like a American Gods kind of feel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it. So he's something. He's something special.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks that guy hit him in the face.
Yeah, so I think both of your characters would know, since they're both like con men. When I said that they sense an opportunity, like there's a chance here to weekend at Bernie's a person who is like maybe rife with holy power, and nobody else at the bar knows of this. For all you know.
Nim like leans over and actually grabs like water from behind the counter and like splashes his face on it. He's like, wait, I gotta I had to sober up a little bit. Like this is something good.
Yeah, you find like the dirty dishwater that is still like, it's maybe like 20% alcohol and splashes it on his face. And I think something that's so low proof is like hydrating to Nim, like a Gatorade. Like, oh, this is only like 20 proof. Like, oh,
it's like some craft beer.
Yeah, yeah,
a wine spritzer. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
This will. All right, we need to. Aelos, there's something about this guy, and I really think that we need to. I kind of want him awake, but I don't want him awake at the same time.
You got a place nearby that we can take him and just, like, let him sober up?
I do. Do I want to show you where I live?
Didn't have a chance to clean up. Wasn't expecting company.
Hey,
There's something embarrassing
the
out.
hasn't come by yet this week. It's not Tuesday.
There's something really embarrassing laying out that he doesn't want Aelos to see.
I'm not carrying him.
What if we both carry him?
That would mean I was carrying him half of the time.
Well, I can't carry him.
Jeez.
I have these spindly elf arms.
So you said the guards made a look in, right?
Yeah, they looked in, but they don't really care.
My buddy there.
Oh, is your buddy there?
Yeah, my buddy the guard there.
Sure. He's there.
Aelos, hold on one second. I'm gonna walk over to Jethro. I don't know if I can know his name.
Jethro. Well, his name is Jethro. Jethro the Dragonborn.
Here we go.
He's a big, good old country boy.
Yep.
Such that can exist in a place like this.
Yep. As I'm walking to him, take out the medallion with the dragon head on it.
Yep. He sees you coming and he says, "Hail, good Nim. How goes the missionary work?"
Peace unto you, brother Jeffrey. Jethro. Whatever.
It's
I
okay.
thought you better it says Jeffrey.
Maybe that's his proper
name. Poor
name.
soul here inside the Toe of Blood, and I need your assistance.
He kind
I
of.
will see your good graces.
You see him like kind of turning it over in his head a little bit, and he says, "Well, all those who all who dwell in this sordid place are lost and poor souls, in need of the grace and glory of Bahamut. But what makes this one so special? Why should I help? Why are you helping this one when there are so many around here who need to know the glory of Bahamut?"
We can only start with one.
True enough. Good Sir Nim. I will assist you in this.
Nim's gonna look back at Aelos and wink.
And this big doofy dragonborn just goes like barreling in, just like a beeline, like not in the right direction, just like charging in, ready to dish out justice. And he might kind of think that he's been recruited to fight somebody.
No, good brother. The young men.
Seeing the wink, I kind of pat the god person's head.
Okay. They're like whack on the head.
And point like this guy.
This guy right here.
Now,
Yeah.
would Jethro see the glow?
No, I don't think he would.
Okay.
No.
Jethro, because you are not totally enlightened yet, you do not see the glow which emanates from this poor soul. There's something that would emanate through the heavens towards our dear Lord Bahamut.
If this was like an in-person game, or like, or if this was my character, I think I would willingly fail whatever kind of insight check to see through this total bullshit that's happening. Like, gladly fail. He was like, he looks at Nim, and like this almost like reverence comes about him, and he was like, Bahamut has chosen this poor sod. Well, this clearly, I mean, this man must be meant for some higher purpose. What do we need to do? Do we need to revive him? And he like grabs him by the scruff of the neck and like picks him up, but the guy is just like limp, like head rolling around.
It must be.
Oh, you don't want to hurt the chosen one of Bahamut.
But surely Bahamut will protect him.
As he has protected you, has he not?
Yes.
But
So many
not
battles
all of
I
us-
have been in.
Not all of us are as headstrong as you are, Jethro.
He's trying to like parse out how this warrior dragon god might allow for somebody to be like fragile or delicate in some way. And so he like, you see him trying to like, he's performing these mental gymnastics, and he looks at the old man, and he says, well, surely this man must be some sort of tremendous warlord in a past life. But clearly age, as it is to all of us, age is not kind, even to the mightiest warriors. And he tries to gently put him back down, but it's still like face down on the bar.
Jethro, my brother, has it not been said that the gods may walk amongst us here?
Verily.
Could this not be a test from our one true Savior, Bahamut? Could he not in fact be Bahamut in the flesh?
You think that he's kind of fanboying a little bit, I think, because he does have a lot of, he trusts you implicitly, but this is so unexpected that he's really taken aback. And so he would say, you saw this glow, you know this glow is from Bahamut, you were certain of this.
As certain as anyone could be in these times of despair.
He says, yes. These are dark times indeed. And if someone as devoted to Bahamut as you have been believes that this is a sign from the true God, then I see no reason not to trust you completely. What do you want to do with him? How did he end up in this state?
My brother, that is neither here nor there. We just need to get him to a safe place. And you know exactly where I live.
You're still there. You're still associating with those people, Nim. Are you sure it's wise to bring such an important and valuable and in this state fragile being there? Do you think that is wise?
Who's the warrior and who is the priest here, my friend?
You're big timing him.
Have I told you how to fight your wars? Well, that was that one time. But other than that, have I ever?
He says, well, true. Please forgive my enthusiasm. I just did not... You understand, when I woke up this morning and put on this armor, I did not think that today would be the day that I would come face to face with an aspect of Bahamut in such a wretched form.
Nim puts a hand on his shoulder. The day that you are prepared to wake up feeling that way is the day that you will truly be enlightened. And Nim starts walking off a little bit.
Okay, so he hoists the guy up, and he's cradling him in his arms, like a small child. And the guy's head is just like flopping around.
Aelos, this way.
I'm just staring like agape at his ability to just have this guard eating out of his hand. I can learn a thing or two from you.
Well, I've been trying to find gang names while we've been role-playing, and on WikiHow, there is... somebody answered the question, how do you start a gang? and so these are the steps. Number 1, come up with a cool name. Try to start with your city. Number 2, recruit some members. Number 3, come up with a gang sign to flash your members.
Yep.
Number 4, get the gear. 5, find your turf. 6, assign jobs for members. And 7, deal with rival gangs. So very simple. Very.
I like this. That's a serious 7-step plan. Right?
That is 16 weeks of juvenile delinquency condensed into.
You should link that in the syllabus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That.
Here's a quick little cheat sheet. They quote it. You're like, fail. Like, what's wrong with you people?
Yeah. Students listening to this, don't. For
the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't use that.
Yeah, no. Like, I want to know the origin of. It was like, my contribution to the internet is a WikiHow page on how to start a gang. Okay, so the 4 of you make your way back to Nim's safe house. So what's the safe house like? Like, what's the area like that it's in? What does the room itself or the building itself look like?
There's 2, I guess you'd say, we're in a lower class area, so that, they're rundown buildings.
Uh-huh.
But in between 2 buildings, there's like an alleyway. Mm-hmm. And like in the back lot is where Nim's safe house is.
Okay.
So it's really shoddy looking from the outside.
Uh-huh.
It looks almost like it's condemned.
Yeah.
But once you open the door, it's like a condo. Like, the money that he's like conned everyone out of, he's just used it to like create this amazing interior. But no one knows because it looks like crap from the outside. Okay.
So he's kind of like one of those like megachurch pastors.
That's pretty much what it is. Hey, I know the end of the world's coming, but you can't come to my house.
Yeah. You need to.
I also, for some reason, am thinking like Bender's closet in Futurama.
Nim might be Bender.
There's a lot of aspects to that, right?
This is like, I need you to tithe and give all that you can so that I can buy a Porsche.
Yeah.
God wants me to have a Porsche.
I need a jet.
I get like, we're at the front door. Like, I look at Jethro and Aelos. I'm like, please wipe your feet before walking in. Thank you. Open the door. It's like, oh, it's like, what the hell? Jethro doesn't give a reaction because he's been here before, so it's like,
oh yeah.
He just thinks of like the graces of Bahamut has like let him live this lavish lifestyle.
Again, I just kind of nudge Nim, and I'm like, I could definitely learn a couple things from you.
My mind is like, this is like filling in all the blanks of like what Bahamutism looks like, and they're basically like Calvinists. Right? Like, Bahamut like teaches about the elect. Bahamut believes that, if you're thriving in this life, then that means that Bahamut loves you.
Yep.
And things like that. Okay. So the four of you get in there. The guy is still passed out. What do you want to do when you have him there?
Well, Jethro, thank you. Your services are needed back at the watch. I will let you know of the great deeds you have done today.
He looks at you kind of sheepishly, and he says, "Thank you for allowing me to transport the vessel to your grand but humble home. Would it be possible for me to just stay a moment in reverence to him?"
You can, from the outside looking in.
But there are no windows, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, front door,
Yep.
leave it open.
Okay. You're gonna make him stand in the door?
Yes.
He does so, like, he's happy to do that. And to protect your privacy, I think he would just have the door open enough where he's, like, sticking his head in.
Mm-hmm. So I would move a little so he couldn't see me. Mm-hmm. And then I'll just whisper over to Aelos, shut the door.
Okay. So he's standing there and he's looking in, like, big smile on his face. And is Aelos going to shut the door?
I will.
Okay.
But, I don't think I necessarily want to, like, slam it on a on a guard. So I will just kind of close it gently enough where he's like, "Oh, but no."
Yep. That's exactly how I saw it in my head. Just like,
Yeah.
like,
It was like the glory of Bahamut has chosen this moment.
yep.
Hi.
He's like holds up a finger. He's like, but.
Conk.
Okay.
Nim's gonna look over to Aelos. These lessons don't come cheap, right, my friend?
A humble servant of Bahamut.
Amongst others. Amongst others.
So what are we gonna do with Gotti McGodson over there?
Listen, I don't really know anything about gods, alright? So we're gonna have to figure something out here.
I mean, tent revivals are always fun.
That could work. I mean, I do have a nice little torch in my backpack. We could try to use a torch to wake him up. Put a little fire.
Hot foot on a god.
Half of a god. I mean, who's watching, really?
Which I think is a funny thing to, like, think about in this world, right? Where, like, Nim knows, or at least has heard rumors, and now has proof, if he remembers it, because he's pretty drunk, that the gods are here. Like, what does atheism look like in a world where the gods are there?
That's what's
Like, I think at that point it's no longer, like, theological. I think it's like, I don't believe you because I don't have faith that you can get this done. Right? Like your friend who says that they're gonna go out, and you're like, oh yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll see you at 9 o'clock.
Yep,
okay?
yeah, you'll be there. Like, I have no faith that person's gonna do this thing for me.
So we gotta either... Here's the thing, like, how do we... Try to look at what I got going on here. How do you study a would-be god?
Well, does Nim have any books? Like, anything that he's been using to, like, keep his cons up, or has he just been totally improvising everything?
So Nim did spend time in the monastery, but the issue is he never really paid attention.
He's a C student.
Well, he got kicked out of the monastery for a specific reason.
Okay.
For the, what's the one sin that most churches won't allow?
I don't know. How real do you want to get with this?
It's not what you're thinking. It's taking money from the church.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're thinking.
Well, no, I mean, there's like...
I know.
Any number of...
They're okay with everything else, but you take money from their coffers, it's a wrap.
And so that makes sense. In a game that's like... Or in a world that's super corrupt, like, that would totally... He probably took money from a church that, like, one of the Bonaventures runs, which is like a double sin, or triple sin. Like,
That could work.
you not only did you take money from the church, but you took money from, like, the most corrupt family in the world, in the known world.
Yeah. So books, probably not.
Probably not. He rented them and then sent them back to Amazon.
No. He said he never got them.
You get the credit.
Yep, got the credit. It's like, I never received these. But we have your signature. That's not my signature.
Yeah. And you use it to buy Overwatch loot boxes.
So yeah, like I said, he has all these religious like artifacts and these medals for like every god in the book. But this one god eludes him because he's heard of him, but he doesn't really know too much about him because he's not one of the bigger.
Yeah,
he's not Bahamut. He's not Timora. Any of those.
Yeah. Okay. So what about Aelos? Like, what is Aelos' relationship to religion? I think broadly,
it's mostly a utility thing. He has, I would imagine, a passable knowledge of religion, just because if it helps with a particular con, you know, and he might down the line have to play like, you know, a priest or a cleric or something. So for him, it's an opportunity for as he sees religion as a tool, but not necessarily a devout person himself.
Okay, so
2019.
in a perfect 80s comedy, these two guys have somehow acquired something that they now have no idea what to do with.
Oh my god. It's like that awful John Travolta movie. Michael?
Oh yeah, that one is bad.
I'd somehow like block that out.
Oh, no. I'm here for the obscure references.
And I don't think... I know I never saw it, but...
You saw it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not to be confused with this other bad movie, Phenomenon.
Like, when you said that bad John Travolta movie, like, you need to be hyper specific. Because all I can see right now is Battlefield Earth.
Well, that is pretty bad.
So
I didn't watch that one, so we're good.
One of my roommates, right after college, he was a film major, and I remember he was really excited when he got a copy of it, and he set it up in our basement, and I remember him watching it with all the lights turned off, and it was really bizarre. And like going down the stairs to be like, yo, like, what are you doing, man? And he's like, oh, I'm watching the worst movie ever made. And we were just like, why do you have the lights turned off for this bizarre... It was weird. It was strange.
I mean, there's worse movies.
Oh, no doubt. What is the front door of your place made out of?
I feel like it would look like it's made out of some cheap wood. Mm-hmm. But it's actually like steel.
So
Aelos couldn't slam it anyway. You'd have to close it slowly.
A faux plywood.
Yeah. You gotta think it's a long con, because, just in case people find out about his,
Okay. So, as you guys are having this conversation about, like, do you know anything about him? Like, what do you do? There's this loud, thud against your door.
I do have
that normally happen?
No, it doesn't normally happen.
No, I was saying that to Nim.
Well, it is nighttime, so No, it doesn't happen often. At all.
Is the house like soundproofed at all? Like, can Nim hear what stuff that's happening out in the street?
I would feel that he purposely does not hear anything outside.
Okay. All right. You hear another.
If the world could be happening, he had no idea.
Okay, something slams against the door really hard again.
Bahamut.
But it's not like a knock. I want to be clear about that. It's not just like somebody pounding on the door. It's like a violent.
Or
Hit the
something
door.
Battering ram hitting the door or something.
Something like that.
Okay. Well, luckily, I do have a peephole on this door. I have like the backfire equivalent of the ring. No. No, there's no way to look out the door. So there is a second floor.
Okay.
So I would have to go up to the second floor to look down. Through the shades, and I'm telling Aelos, keep an eye on him. I'll be right back. It's not much space. It's like it's literally like we're in a condo. So going up, it might be like 9 steps to go upstairs. You know.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Goes to the shade. What does he see?
Hi again, everybody. This is Dr. Andy Wilczak. I wanted to say thanks again for taking time to listen to the show. We really appreciate it. The reason why I wanted to make Strength Check into an Actual Play D&D podcast, when there are so many other Actual Play shows out there that are probably way better than anything that I could do, is I want to draw your attention to a project that I'm a part of here in northeastern Pennsylvania. We're calling it Play for Progress, and the idea is to use D&D and eventually, hopefully, probably other tabletop games to help middle school and high school kids who are struggling with mental health problems or addiction issues or who feel alienated or isolated in some way. This part of Pennsylvania has been hit really, really hard by the opioid crisis. This part of Pennsylvania has a very high alcoholism rate. And this part of Pennsylvania is diversifying very quickly, and there are those who have capitalized on that to try to create more conflict between people. So we have a lot of kids here who are alone and who are suffering, and suffering mightily. So what we're doing, and the point of this message now, is to just let you know that we are raising money to make Play for Progress a sustainable force for good in the northeastern Pennsylvania area. If you have even $5 to spare for us, you can go to GoFundMe.com/playforprogress with hyphens between the words, so play-for-progress. And anything that you can give us will go a long way towards making us sustainable. Thank you.